You probably never expected relationship advice from a 17th century Puritan poet. But when John Milton wrote Paradise Lost, he set out to tell the story of each and every one of us and our relationships in a single epic poem. Take, for example, the moment in Book 8 of Paradise Lost when Adam is having a conversation with the angel Raphael and describes the moment he first saw his wife, Eve. This moment serves as the archetypal moment when any man sees a truly beautiful woman for the first time and falls in love with her. Adam says, "What seemed fair in all the world seemed now mean, or in her summed up, in her contained, and in her looks, which from that time infused sweetness into my heart, unfelt before, and into all things from her air inspired the spirit of love and amorous delight." Sexual attraction is an existential experience, meaning that it changes our experience of reality. All the other beautiful things in the world pale in comparison to the beautiful woman that we love. And at the same time, the world seems to be more beautiful than it was before we knew her. Her beauty elevates the beauty of the world. But the beauty of a woman doesn't just affect the world we see, it also profoundly affects us as well. It affects how we think and what we feel. All higher knowledge in her presence falls degraded. Wisdom in discourse with her looses discountenanced, and like folly shows. Authority and reason on her wait. Ah, yes, here we have the time-honored truth that beautiful women make men stupid. The highest wisdom seems null and void in the presence of a beautiful woman. But it's at this point that the angel Raphael breaks in and says, "Whoa, Adam, tap the brakes, bruh. For what admirest thou? What transports thee so? And outside, fair, no doubt, and worthy well thy cherishing, thy honoring, and thy love, not thy subjection." Adam made the mistake of letting passion overcome reason. It is right for men to cherish, honor, and love a woman's beauty, which Raphael coldly refers to as an outside. But it is wrong for men to be ruled by a woman's beauty or held in subjection to it. You see, Milton believed the universe was hierarchical. This was a common medieval belief, and it really goes back to the ancient Greeks. The scholar of English literature C.S. Lewis summed up the hierarchical view of nature well when he said, "According to this conception, degrees of value are objectively present in the universe. Everything except God has some natural superior. Everything except unformed matter has some natural inferior. The goodness, happiness, and dignity of every being consists in obeying its natural superior and ruling its natural inferiors." This philosophy permeates Paradise Lost and is woven in throughout the entire epic poem, and it takes many forms. But in this portion of the poem, the focus is on the rule of reason over passion. Raphael encourages Adam not to become the slave of passion, but instead to take a different approach. Weigh with her thyself, then value. Ofttimes nothing profits more than self-esteem, grounded on just and right, well managed. When admiring the beauty of a woman, evaluate yourself as well. Don't make a value judgment about her until you come to a proper judgment of yourself. Esteem yourself, respect yourself, even admire yourself, but ground your esteem in proper judgment. Judge yourself truthfully. Don't be self-absorbed like Satan in Paradise Lost, but simply understand yourself and recognize the goodness of your existence and your value as a being created by God, and the value of the qualities that God created in you as a man. And maybe you need to earn the right to respect yourself. Do respectable things and be a respectable man. You have to live up to your God-created potential in order to earn the right to respect yourself. Be competent, be capable, be just and righteous. That is the divine self-esteem of John Milton. The perfect man, the paradisal man, is a man who is confident, esteems himself, and has every reason to do so. If you do value yourself correctly, then Milton predicts that something interesting will happen. Milton predicts that women will respect you. Of that skill, the more thou knowest, the more she will acknowledge thee, her head. Now, this is where most modern people balk. We don't want to think of the husband as the head of the wife, and we don't necessarily have to for now. For now, I think it's enough to talk in terms of respect. In a relationship, I think women want a partner they can respect, and they want him to respect himself. Not only do women want men who are successful and capable of generating wealth and intelligent, they want a man who knows what he knows and knows what he doesn't know. A man who is sure of himself, but not conceited or overconfident. In the end, a confident man is simply more attractive than men who are not confident. But we don't necessarily have to take Milton as gospel here. We can test him out and see if he's right or wrong. If he predicts that women will respect men who esteem themselves, then we can go out and see how women react to us when we are confident. Are women attracted to the groveling man who doesn't know what to say, is overawed by their beauty, and doesn't think he's good enough for them? Or are they attracted to a man who values himself, knowing that he is worthy of their respect? Be the kind of man who respects himself, so that women will respect you too. Milton calls self-esteem a skill that we can grow in. He leaves us with a program, a task, a mission to master self-evaluation, to go on knowing ourselves and grounding ourselves in truth.